What's going on, YouTube family? Check this out, right? I want to ask y'all a question. Have y'all ever noticed something, right? A lot of creators spend years chasing views. You feel me? Refreshing analytics, watching subscribers, studying the algorithm, just trying to figure out what YouTube wants. But somewhere along the way, they forget about the people. And I think we're entering a new era, y'all. We are entering a new era. That old YouTube, it's over. It's done. It's quiet. It's clipped. You feel me? I feel like we're entering an era where community is becoming more valuable than attention. Because attention comes and goes. Like, come on, y'all. Y'all noticed. Attention comes and goes. A viral video can give you 100,000 views today, and the next week, nobody remembers it even existed. You feel me? People got to say, oh, I got 100,000 views on a video. You feel me? Like, if it really, meant something, people would remember it. Like, you shouldn't have to promote that, right? That just goes to show it don't matter. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's where, people got to switch the mindset, because a real community, I'm telling you, is different. A real community shows up. A real community support each other. A real community grows together. And that's what I want to talk about today. You feel me? That's what I want to talk about today. I think a lot of creators have been sold a dream. You feel me? Y'all been sold a dream. And the dream says, if I could just get enough views, everything will change. But look around. Y'all, look around. There are channels getting thousands of views that still feels empty. You feel what I'm saying? And then there are channels getting a fraction of those views that have people who genuinely care tuning in. You feel me? People who knows each other names, people who celebrate each other wins, people who shows up whether the stream has 20 people or 2,000 people. You feel me? And what is that? That's power. You feel me? Because views are numbers. Community is people. And people will always be more valuable than numbers. Think about it. You feel me? Just think about it for a second. If YouTube disappeared tomorrow, what would you actually have left? Would you have relationships? Would you have people that believe in you? You feel me? Would you have supporters who want to see you win no matter where you go? You know what I mean? Because that's the real asset, not the algorithm. You feel me? Not the algorithm. It's the people. And I always say this, y'all. The algorithm can change overnight. You feel me? The rules can change overnight. The platform can change overnight. But when people trust you, they'll follow you anywhere. I'm telling you, they'll follow you anywhere. And maybe that's why some of you are so frustrated right now, because y'all been doing everything right. You feel me? You've been posting, you've been grinding, you've been trying to crack this, YouTube code. But maybe the code isn't what you think it is. Maybe the goal isn't to get discovered by everybody. Maybe the goal is to become unforgettable to somebody, because one real supporter is worth more than 100 people who watched your video for 10 seconds and never came back. You know what I mean? The creators who last aren't always the biggest. They're the ones who built a place where people want to return to, a place where, people feel like it's home. You know what I mean? A place where people feel seen, a place where people feel valued, a place where people know they belong. That's why I always say people don't just come back for content. They come back for connection. And I feel like if you're building something right now, don't get discouraged if your numbers aren't where you want them to be. Because sometimes you're not building an audience, you're building a foundation. And foundations aren't exciting while you're building them. You feel me? Nobody celebrates the foundation. They celebrate the building after it's finished. But without the foundation, nothing lasts, y'all. So stop asking, how do I get more views? And start asking, how do I create more value for the people who's already here? Stop asking, how do I go viral? And start asking, how do I make people feel welcome when they pull up to the function? You know what I'm saying? Stop, chasing strangers and start appreciating the supporters you already have that's standing right there beside you. Because that's where the community begins. The future begins, I feel like, not even begins. The future belongs to creators who bring people together. You know what I mean? Not just creators who get or want attention. You know what I mean? But creators who create conversations, creators who create relationships, creators who just think bigger. You feel me? I feel like that's bigger than views. That's bigger than subscribers. That's bigger than the algorithm. Because when people believe in what you're building, they become a part of the story. So if you're watching this right now, don't just focus on growing a channel. You know what I mean? Focus on growing people. Focus on growing relationships. Focus on creating a space that people are proud to be a part of. Because views might introduce people to you, but community is what makes them stay. And in the long run, the people will always matter more than the numbers. You feel what I'm saying? And if you don't understand what it is I'm saying, just think of it like this. This is why you need to know who your audience is, who you speaking to. You feel me? Who you can connect with. Because it's going to be hard for people to connect with you if you don't even know, if you're not even giving them something to connect to. There's people out here that's, don't even really know what they doing, but they want people to connect with them. You feel what I'm saying? So build a community, y'all. Don't stop being consistent and stop chasing that algorithm and start chasing your purpose. Once you find your purpose, you'll be able to find your tribe. And I feel like everything else after that will fall into place. I go by the name of Stash Cash. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see y'all again on the next video. Yeah.